Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to your daily Bitcoin update. I hope you're all doing. I hope you're all staying safe in these markets. The price action so far has been a little bit, I wouldn't say disappointing, because yesterday we already talked about this. We already expected this. But so far, unfortunately, I have to tell you that I'm not convinced of a bottom being in yet. We got some bullish momentum yesterday at the end of the afternoon, and also throughout this morning. As you can see, we tried to break above this magic line right here, which we'll get to that a little bit later. But no, we tried to break above that. But for now, I'm just not convinced. The open interest has reset a little bit, so we had a bit of an open interest, bit of a leverage reset. But it's still compared to the last weeks or so, it's still very high. And then what you still see is that yesterday, what we very much talked about is getting some sort of a liquidity spike down, and that indicating the bottom. And we did have some major liquidations in the afternoon, but that was that first move right here. And after that, we did not, like this is not a typical liquidation spike. A real liquidation spike should be one spike down, and the price recovers from that. But no, you can actually see that overnight, we even made lower lows. And some of the things that I really don't like about Bitcoin right now, and that's also why I'm leaning towards telling you that we're going to drop down lower, is the fact that we have a constant, pretty heavy Coinbase discount. All right, so you can see right here, I mean, if you compare this discount, which basically means Bitcoin is trading lower on Coinbase, you cannot help but think that there's massive selling going on Coinbase through US investors, etc. So as long as this is this high, it's going to be difficult to actually turn bullish here. And then if we look at the other fundamentals here, the Russell 2000 fell back down, was unable to hold the bullish breakout, which the Russell 2000 is always said, like, these are the riskiest assets traditional finance can invest in. So this is quite correlated to Bitcoin. And then at the same point of time, look, the dollar strength index has dropped down a bit, but this is still very bullish overall. And then sure, the S&P and the Nasdaq are technically trending up, but they're also not parabolically bullish. So it's also not really coming from the fundamentals, all right? So the fundamentals are not necessarily bearish, but they're definitely not bullish either, especially with the Russell 2000 and the dollar strength index. So yeah, that's why I just don't see enough right here for Bitcoin to say that the bottom is in. I still think at this point of time that it's most likely that we'll drop down lower, right? And ultimately what I would like to see, so ultimately what I would say is most likely is that we will drop down into this level between 66 and let's say 64,800 at the very lowest, all right? So that's kind of this level. But from there, I do need to see some sort of a better support or a better liquidation spike than we saw yesterday. And I need to see that in the US session today, that Coinbase discount actually, well, at the very least decreases, right? Hopefully it turns into a premium like we saw the 18th of October. Although I think that's unlikely, but I need to see a decrease at least, all right? So to see some demand coming in from the US, then I think the bottom is in. For now, I just cannot call that, all right? And ultimately, getting back to that magic line, that's a very important structure line here, because it's the upper trend line, the way I draw it at least. I mean, a lot of people draw it in different ways, but that's the upper trend line of getting some sort of a sustained bullish breakout. And so far, unfortunately, it looks like a fake out, which is also not great. So that's the main level for now, around 68,000, that if we're able to break that from these levels, then we're no longer making lower lows, then the bottom is in, and then we can actually start to rally again. But like I said, so that's a possibility. So yes, I'm basically telling you we can go up or down, because that's the truth. So this is a possibility, but like I said, given the way the market is moving right now, we're losing momentum, and there's no real impulse coming from any of the fundamentals. I would say this is the most likely scenario for today. And those are my thoughts. That's what you'll have to work with. If you do have any questions, of course, let me know down in the comments. No major news today, as far as I know. So yeah, take care, be safe trading, and I'll see you all in my next videos. Bye.